Is it on?
Yeah, it is on. At Patreon.com/Taylor Durden, motherfuckers. Shalom, motherfuckers.
Go Jets.
Yeah, go be in. Go be in the Jets, man. BL Jets. Beal. I don't know how you say it, but what's your Instagram, man? I know they already know it, though.
No. _ Casey Michelle _ holla at me. That's me. The girl version of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy as a motherfucker, man. We ain't done a live in a minute. We did one on the mountain. It was like a year ago.
Yeah, I think it was last January, maybe.
It's been that long, because we didn't do nothing on Christmas.
No, we didn't.
Just did LSD.
I was dying on Christmas. My life was at risk. Yeah, no. I think it's been a minute. I don't even know what we talked about then. It's crazy to look at that.
Yeah.
People.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I've done psychedelics several times since. But
same. We've had a lot happen in the last.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot. It's been a gang of shit in the last year since.
Yeah, I've actually seen you a lot. We usually see each other like once a year.
I know. We broke it it up. We saw each other several times this year.
Yeah.
Or in the last calendar year.
Yeah.
The year of the.
Did I?
What was the year? What was the Chinese last year? What was it?
This is the snake. What was last year? I like the last year.
I don't know. Whatever the last year was. Was it the rat?
I think it was.
I don't know. I thought the rat got the Buddha first. The snake got there second? How does that make sense?
No. That doesn't add up.
The horse was like late though. But they say it's because he was so vain. He was like, I'll be there when I get there.
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
When's the dog get there? I'm a dog.
I probably early on, right? Because I think the horse is June. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It was last year.
The dog is the most loyal, right? I feel like the dog gets there early, gets the Buddha early.
You know?
What's it say? And I don't want to know when.
Last year was a dragon.
Which order did the dog get to Buddha?
Last year was a dragon.
What's the order of the Chinese zodiacs in their arrival to Buddha?
I'm typing it.
But they always say that though. They always be like, in the books, like the horse wasn't shit, and I'm like, damn, I got all these fucking horse placements.
Yeah. And the order is rat, ox, tiger. Wait, but which one?
I knew the rat was first.
Oh yeah,
because
rat.
he's determined.
Ox,
that's why tiger. They say them Jays be getting money.
Rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, ram, monkey, chicken, dog, and a pig was last.
The pig was last?
Yes.
I got a pig placement too. Damn.
I wonder why. What happened?
They say the pig is like, all right, so I was born in the year of the horse, and it was a metal horse. Mm-hmm. But I was born in the hour of the pig. So it's like, the type of horse that I am is a pig. It's it's like, it's oversexed, it's overeats and oversexed, and then it's like, I get there when I get there. It's a dull. They say it's a dull, complacent plotter.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, damn, dog.
What are the good traits? They're just like, that's what it is.
Nah, there was this book I had that was specifically about the bad traits. It was like, we're going to give you...
that Little Red Book?
Yeah, it was like, we're going to give you the Chinese zodiac in the least egotistical way we can give you this. Yeah, it was called like some tiger, something rat, snarl, something rat, I forget. That's not going to help y'all at all.
No.
Sorry, you'll never read it.
I forget. I feel like you gave it to me. Anyway.
I think I took a picture. You had to go through 5,000 Facebook uploads to find that shit. It's in there though.
That's crazy.
Circa somewhere in the last 15 years.
Yeah, a minute ago.
But yeah.
I don't know that much. I just know my dog.
When's the dog get there?
It's kind of second to last.
For real? The dog is last? Disloyal on the mom.
I thought it was loyal. I thought I was most loyal there. I was just too busy.
You think the horse would get there first, or the tiger maybe? But no, the horse. The tigers be laying around licking themselves and shit.
Right.
They be chilling. They vain as fuck too.
I wonder why the dog was so late.
The rat had no ego. Like, I'm getting there first,
right.
Bro. Buddha blessing me early.
Oh, the ox jumped on the ox's back. I mean, the rat.
The rat took a ride, right?
Yeah.
Scavenged.
Smarter than the other animals. He wasn't faster.
scavenge his way to the top. That's how it's done.
How can you be mad about
Ride someone else's coattails and then brag about it.
it?
That's be a man.
That's how you do it.
Be a man.
Be a man. Speaking of being a man, no, I'm just kidding. What are we talking about today?
Oh yeah, no man, mad shit.
The song
Mad shit, yeah, it's
You know
all.
that Tupac song?
Yeah, hell yeah, no, but fucking hell yeah, I know about that joint. What was I gonna say though? Nah, man, I don't even know where to begin. But we was talking about. I guess we could start with like.
Yeah. We're just having a good convo.
Yeah, we was having a great conversation, and I was like, damn, it'd be great to have recorded this. Now it's like a rehearsal.
Maybe it'll flow out though.
Yeah, no, I think it.
Things.
Yeah, but nah.
But yeah.
I was just saying like how I'm just like our mom and just like our dad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
None of the other kids is like me. So, no.
We just all don't have the same traits.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, nah.
we were just talking about how our parents have, I guess.
Oh,
shaped
this is how
us.
the conversation started.
How did it start?
Cause you was like, oh man, I be thinking like, damn, these are the people I attract. God
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's how I be feeling too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it be blowing your mind sometimes.
And it don't even be just the romantic people, but the
Yeah.
romantic people especially.
Of course, yeah.
You know, if you want to call it romance, whatever.
Intimate, close, whatever. But yeah, all of it. You just be like, man, what does this say about me?
Yeah, I be internalizing.
Yeah.
But is that me internalizing or is that just me shitting on y'all? So, and then I'd be laying with someone that got shitted on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Does it define you, who you attract? Is it a direct representation?
Nah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm just like my dad. I'm like just a new version of the same kind of fear. I was like, my dad, he's like afraid of women and sex or whatever, so he stayed closed off all his life. And then it kind of like worked out in some ways. But I'd be like, damn, I'm the same. Because you were like, man, how do I be with people that have these attachments? They like these substances and do these things.
Yeah.
This seems to be so polar.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, them attachments would be like,
No matter what it is.
yeah, like I'm attached to a fear that comes with women that made me just want to be like, all right, my dad ran away, like I'm going to just cordon myself off and be away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to run away through them. I'm going to run away from
You went into it.
I'm going to run away from intimacy through domination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How'd that work out?
Didn't work out. And I ended up being the same exact person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is interesting.
And so, yeah, that's why I'd be like, damn, should be feeling like you changing the tide or something, but you being exactly the same in another way.
It's always weird when you look up and realize you're doing or saying something that you know your parent would say.
You ever see the James Franco shit, The Dictator? He was like, same difference, different, but still same. Or, yeah.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, because all the time I'm like, man, I'm not that much like mom.
I'm exactly like mom.
And I'm like, oh,
yeah, I'm exactly like her. It's
doesn't
like
fall far from the tree.
I'm born.
Yeah, my dad too.
You born 40 years later. I'm born 37 years later. It's like I'm the 37th edition of that fear. It's like the same fear. Like, oh, I got the 90 model.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got the new 90.
Right.
Ford Explorer or whatever.
I feel like I have his like naivety. Is that a word?
Naivete.
Yeah, well that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have that. But as far as like I don't know, like being told what to do, you know, or trusting a man to give me advice and have great interest in me. It's an uphill battle a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve. Didn't grow up seeing that.
To see a man leading.
Yeah, I mean.
It's kind of like you don't see a man.
Yeah.
Like, where are men is
Yeah,
that?
I only knew what he knew, I guess.
Where are men is that?
Right. He's just such a like passive, gentle person. So I think conflict in general for me is just like I don't know. It's a learning curve.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm just like mom and dad, and like in the ways that I chose things from watching them, like as far as partners and stuff, like and the way this shit rubbed off on me. Like, cause mom, I feel like she just was just like, you so boring, basically. Like you not entertaining me. And I be wondering like if this is just like toxic femininity, you know what I'm saying? Like where it's just like not just something that a person with a vagina can exhibit. Anybody can exhibit.
Yeah.
And I be wondering like when you just want to be entertained, is this just like toxic femininity here? Where you just like
Right.
entertain, you know what I mean, constantly.
And if it's not that, it's a bad time.
Because like I feel like mom was like,
yeah, there's so much more to a partnership than that.
Yeah, and that's how I feel like my whole gauge was that like I'm gonna be the most entertaining, and she better entertain on my level. You know what I mean?
Right.
If she
I'm
not
funny,
yeah,
and whatever, yeah.
I'm funny. I'm a sideshow Bob. You know what I mean? Like people gonna look at me when I walk around. They look at you when we walk around. Let's be a sideshow together. You know?
Yeah.
Like
it's all very surface.
Yeah.
Very like easy disposable things. I feel like.
Yeah, it'd be like.
Although not everybody's funny. Let's be real.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, but it's like, what do you want, right?
Funny. But yeah, that's not all. That can't. It's not sustainable, really.
I'd be like,
just being funny.
I be wanting them to be who I want to be. It's not even like I want them to be me. You know what I mean?
Just
be who I think I would be if I was perfect, the way I think in my mind.
Yeah.
And if you're not that, you ain't shit. I'm not even comparing them to other women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just the idea in your head of what you want to be.
You're not the funniest man alive, and you know what I mean, or whatever. You know, you're not the funniest human or individual alive. Like,
you're not perfect.
Yeah, no.
You're not being perfect.
And I make it about me, like, oh damn, they're not perfect. I must not be shit at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tough.
You see how like we was doing the entertainment, and just in the middle of it, she just broke character and stopped entertaining me.
What's she thinking about?
I'm not perfect now, because by virtue of her imperfection,
just took down the value of all of us.
She wanted to get back to herself.
You think we were talking about it earlier too? Everybody's a narcissist. I feel like that word is just getting thrown around so much.
Oh yeah,
we were talking about it.
Yeah, I was saying like, it's just vanity. It's just vanity, man. It's not even like specialized, like it's just fucking this strategic vanity. Like motherfuckers would be like, that's what I'm saying. Like people so inside themselves and stuff and be thinking like, oh, I'm so important. Everything is me. You know what I mean? And you're important, but you're not special. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, that's how it be. People, be really thinking like, oh, that whole thing was he plotting to gaslight me. Like,
you know what I'm woke up thinking about this. I'm gonna gaslight everybody.
Yeah, like somebody. That's how they paint the picture in your mind. Like, I'm gaslighting everybody today. Everybody's getting it today. You all getting gaslit today. Like you wake up like that, like you know what I mean, like an assassin, like, like synchronize my shit.
It's time to light up the gas. Yeah, no, that's not that.
I thought of that shit today. I'm gonna gaslight that motherfucker with that one today. You know what I mean?
That's not how that works. Not at all.
But that's how you be painting them in your head. Like they trying to be.
Yeah. They thought about that. They strategized.
There's not just unconsciousness and vanity, like and that's the thing. I think what happens when you're in an entertainment shit, because you be like watching them like a fucking live TV, and you're like, oh, the show. They just had an error on the show.
Like, see the glitch on the show?
You see that as a movie mistake. You know what I mean? Like
continuity error.
I'm like, I don't want to see this shit no more. It's worse than Jersey Shore. I want to see this shit.
Turn this off.
You know what I mean? They're supposed to be immaculately performing all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But I guess that's what I was taught to be like that, like dominate with performance.
Yeah, right. That's how you lead.
You be cooler than them. You dominate. You know what I mean? Instead of just being like, hey, how about y'all just be calm together? Can you be calm?
Crazy idea. Not feel anxious around each other.
Nah. We're quiet. No, we're only quiet when we're on the set.
Right. Literally. Yeah, that's way harder to be calm together.
I'm not even comfortable. I wasn't even. You know what I mean?
Way easier than not.
It makes me so nervous. You know what I mean? Shit get.
Calm?
Yeah. Then I start thinking about predestination. You know what I mean? I'm like, why am I relaxing into this? Is this an overall loop? So it's like
yourself is watching me right now.
Yeah, like am I calm? Like again, it's like this whole conspiracy. The world is out to get me. Where I'm like, big ass. They woke up. Everybody woke up and plotted on me and Machiavelli me to this point.
And it's kind of wild when you zoom out. You're like, why? Who? What? Nobody has that much. I mean, I don't think.
It's like a conspiracy with myself. Where I'm like,
right.
Yeah, nah. Somebody inside
They all
me.
want the worst. They got the worst interest for me. Everybody.
It wasn't me. It was Patricia inside of me plotting.
Split.
It wasn't me. It was Patricia. She was plotting when I wasn't conscious. All in moments.
Everybody is a little splitty.
Yeah, hell yeah. Motherfuckers is fractured.
Yeah. That's such a good movie.
Yeah, bro. You got the placenta cut. I mean, you got your fucking, placenta detached from you. You got your lungs that you was using removed midway through the process of learning how to take your first breath. Oh, yeah. You got some fracturing going on, bro.
So there's bound to be some narcissism in there or vanity in there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's...
Especially when you want perfectionist.
Yeah. And I be, you know what I mean? And it's, I be taking it personal. I'm like, I ain't shit because they ain't absolutely who I thought I was.
It's just so funny. It's just a fun house though, because like we was talking about how earlier when you be good and they don't really want you to be good. Without them.
yeah, nah, definitely.
And it's just funny when it's flipped. It's just always funny. It's like
again, it's like this whole thing where people think that you like trying to hurt them. It's like a conspiracy to hurt them or something. Like, when you be like, yo.
Damn, man, it makes you like, everybody's just walking around so hurt.
Yeah, it's like, you don't even know me when I'm not with you. You never met that motherfucker, yo. Don't act like you know him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I know who I am.
Without you.
Yeah, with just me and who I was all the way up into meeting you.
Right.
That motherfucker existed before we ever met.
Yeah, you have
continue
no idea.
to exist.
Right.
And they be mad, like you said, like when we was talking, and I was like, you go for like periods of time without answering the phone or something.
Oh yeah.
And they be like, let me make sure. Let me just. You really
okay without me?
Yeah.
You really living life?
And and it's like, it's a problem. You should want someone to be okay.
Right.
You functional.
But then it's like if you were the opposite, I think it'd still be a problem. I think you don't win that.
You didn't want to die?
Like if you were like, no, please.
Yeah,
then you look desperate, then they don't respect you.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you can't really.
But if you like in an entertainment ship, you want to be worshipped at the same time, and then you lose respect as soon as they worship you. It's the craziest fucking thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's really no way out but through.
How long do you think you're
Tony Robbins quote?
Yeah. It's not. Shout out to all the people that
Love
fucking
Tony.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask me?
Nah, I forgot. I was just thinking about the type of people that like Tony Robbins. You know what I mean? The type of people that's like, yeah, this is groundbreaking. This right here, I'm trying to be like this. This right here, I never heard this before. I never saw this. These sentiments is because that was the thing. It's like
around for a minute, right?
people been around for a minute, looking crazy. But like, I mean, it's people like. Yeah, it's wild how you go through that process, with a person, getting to know them or whatever, and then like they're just not cool with the fact that you can move on. They just like, yo, you just got up today and just was like, if I don't see them ever again, I'm not breaking stride. I'm gonna keep living. And
right, like you accepted it that fast.
And then I feel like they look at it like there's gotta be something wrong with you.
Yeah, or like you didn't really love them.
You're running.
Or you didn't. Yeah, you didn't really love them, or you're running, or you didn't care the way they care.
You're running from my love because it's the perfect love. It's
right.
perfect. It's too perfect for you.
Yeah, they make themselves the hero in it.
That's how it is. They really.
You just couldn't. You weren't ready.
You need to go towards the trigger.
Right.
You and Tony taught me this. You got to go towards the trigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you weren't ready.
And that's how you be feeling like.
Yeah, I don't know. Then I just be like, well, anything I'm supposed to, I don't know. Then I get into my detachment mode. Like, well, I'm never going to lose this man for me anyway. So,
it's like
there's no such thing as loss.
They feel like you should be triggered by the things that they're triggered by. That's the wild part. I'd be like, yo.
Yeah.
People have died. Literally, I'll never see him again in his life in the way I know him. And life was still like, you're not dead yet. You got to keep going. You know what I mean? So when people in your life that ain't dead want to be like, I'm going to go in a way you can't see me, but I'm still be alive. I'm supposed to be like shattered. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? It's like peekaboo. It's like, I'm over here. I'm in Wisconsin now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'm all right, man.
Well, it's just the attachments, I guess, like you said. Just in one way or another.
Yeah, and it's a fine line, you know, because I feel like I just went through it so many times where you'd be like, all right, you got involved. And then now my body has to go through like a withdrawal for like
Right.
7 to 14 days where I'm like,
Yeah.
so in a cycle with this person that they're like part of me at this point, you know what I mean? And I gotta like,
But after you've done it so many times, then you do be like, all right, you don't want to, okay.
yeah,
And they're like, what do you mean, okay? What do you mean?
yeah,
You're okay? I'm like, well, in 14 days, I might be, or at least better.
yeah. No, that's what we was talking about too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, talking about how we might do an all-nighter tonight. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, I'll be with girls I be seeing or whatever, and I'll be like, yo, man, we could get up early. Just be cool with being mad.
Yeah.
Just be cool with being angry because we stayed up till whatever.
Right.
Just be cool with being angry for the first like 2.5 hours.
It don't define nothing.
It don't.
It just means we're angry right now.
Yeah, this is the nature of the moment.
Accept that.
Life is kind of against us. We're not supposed to be awake right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? We should be.
We're going against our bodies.
Our hormonal, everything.
It's all
Life was like you laid down, they cooling off right now. They supposed to be dreaming. They shouldn't be moving.
right.
And then you get up off of some alarm or some shit. And life like
The
the whole life is the way you feel right now. Life
Right.
like
So you can't take that personally.
yeah, and they be like, this is what our relationship is. Like this is 2.5 hours of the day.
This is just us running off an hour of sleep being tired.
Because you don't really love me because you be having a temper. I'm like, yo, you goddamn right. I'm short. The fuse is shorter.
Right.
Don't fucking light
You gotta-
matches.
Right. You gotta have that like environmental time awareness, I guess. I don't know what to call that, but
Yeah.
you gotta accept like, okay, well maybe it's just because we're running off hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe it has nothing to do with me at all.
Yeah. I think, you lose sight of that if you do like eat shit though.
Yeah.
People that be like detached from that and never reached them different states, like that's what we were
Yeah,
saying.
because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, like
But yeah, if you're just constantly in that, then that's all you know.
yeah, like if you were saying, like if you be with someone with a different diet than you.
Yeah.
I think like they, if they experienced extensive fasting and stuff like that, I think even if they had a different diet, it would probably be so much more in check. Than,
Definitely,
you know,
yeah.
you're doing extensive fasting and breath work and like, herbs,
It's just so emotional. It just be, yeah, you're like, you're angry. You could be angry for so many reasons right now and not at what we're talking about.
Yeah, and
Your
someone
liver could just be going through it.
yeah,
And it has nothing to do with me.
you never reached the communication level with the liver
Right.
to where you could be like, ugh.
It's my liver.
Ugh, shouldn't have did that. It's a
Right.
bad food combo. Ugh.
Right. Yeah.
And then you don't. Then like somebody's not in the moment. It's like either y'all both be in projection
Oh yeah.
or trauma.
Or one person is.
One person be in the moment looking at you like
No, bro.
you're not looking at anything objectively right now.
Nothing objectively.
And then they be like toggling back, and then the other person's just blind, like
Yeah.
I'm hysterical right now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's just that's exhausting. Trying to get somebody out of that state. I don't even know if you can, but
Yeah, you know what I
they're
mean.
so in the, I guess, subjective.
They be a ball of static.
Projection.
I'm fine right now.
I'm calm.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm calm. You don't have to tell me. I would experience it.
Right. Why can't I feel the total opposite? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah. Diet and dating is a whole thing.
Yeah. And
I remember you said you might eat, like, yeah, you go eat dinner and then 2 hours later you're like,
yeah, if I got a shit or piss, I might not be a good person right now a little bit. You know what I mean? For a little bit. But I be knowing it. I be knowing like my energy get a little bit off.
right. And
I'm like,
this is just me being
some in my colon. I mean, you can feel it physically, like,
yeah.
a little bit. I'm like lethargic a little bit.
Yeah. My brain's a little cloudy.
It's some in my colon that you can feel it. The
Like
whole
anything that I'm saying right now don't count.
yeah,
You need
Like-
somebody aware enough to know that though.
yeah. Like you know what? I'm just so in my pain, and you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
kind of in numbness a little bit, like
Yeah.
kind of just like not really present. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
some area of me is not online.
conscious.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, man,
It's a doozy.
it's tough, man.
Yeah. I feel like that's something I've always been like too aware of. Especially even whatever, even if they're vegan, but like we go to eat something and get into an argument 2 hours later, I'd be like, we just ate, bro. That's all that's going down. We're just full.
Yeah.
And digesting or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
It might not always just be food, but
so much shit is that way, man.
It definitely impacts the emotions and stuff.
So much shit is that
way.
way.
You sound kind of crazy being like, hey, I think everything's fine. I think we're just full.
Yeah. And then
break up the argument like that.
Yeah. And the same thing with like feeling good too, though. You be like, I don't really like you. We're just drunk a little bit. Right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm kind of all right with it.
Sugar
I'm not feeling my problems right now.
Yeah.
So
we're good now.
Yeah.
I don't need you to be as perfect right now.
Yeah. I'm inebriated. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
as soon as I'm done, I need you to be perfect.
The filter's off, so I'm way more accepting.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so yeah, and it's the same thing with like whining and dining, whether it's food or drink or whatever, or getting high or whatever. Yeah. You be with a person, you're like, I don't really like you, yo. We just in this cycle of drugs. This is crazy. Like, yeah. I care about your well-being, but I don't really like this. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just numbing out. Yeah. What did you say today about anxiety?
Oh no, about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Numbing out.
Yes, I mean, like, yo, people be having anxiety, like sexual anxiety. You know, everything kind of, your approach to life is rooted in your chi, your sexual energy, and like your creative energy. So it don't sound like, you know what I mean? I don't know, like it's regenerative energy. Yeah. Like it's saying sex, I think it makes sense. Yeah. Your generative energy, your fucking chi. Mm-hmm. That shit is rooted in your, everything. So I feel like when people be having anxiety, sexual anxiety, whatever you want to call it, that's what most attraction is. You be like, does this person think they better than me almost? It's like, it's really like animalistic ass joint. Like, I'm about to show them I'm better than them. You know what I mean? And then, and that they need to know who I am. Right. And like, and on top of that, as far as like sexual anxiety is concerned, fear of missing out. And then it just be them having more, the energy built up in general. The chi is accumulating. And they're in a point where they're like, I got anxiety. And I don't want my anxiety to be this strong. Right. I don't want it to go away. You know what I mean? I'm not going to work on it going away for some reason. Yeah. I'm just going to release this energy so my anxiety will be lazy anxiety. You know what I mean? So if I see something, I'll be like, oh, yeah, whatever. My energy's low. It don't matter. I can't cash the check. Mm-hmm. So I think most sexual people be like not wanting to deal with the responsibility. And it's just like not fasting and like cycling the energy and cleaning this shit and then getting to a different point where you charge up more and more. Mm-hmm. And you like, all right, this is important. And everything I'm doing in life's important. And then I think people don't want to even be like that. They just rather be like, I don't want that pressure. I'd rather just rob myself of my energy and then be like, I ain't got no energy. It's like if you spend money at the casino or something. And people like, we need to pay the rent. Well, not me. Gone. Yeah. 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 I don't know. That takes a certain level of awareness from yourself, I guess. That's why you gotta be like really calm and be quiet and like spend that time with yourself. Yeah. I guess that's the only way you know how to do it with somebody else, right? I don't know though. I feel like I know how to do it myself so well. So when someone else is in the space, I'm like, it's practice with cones versus practice with people, Yeah. Whole different ballgame. It's like you don't want them to prefer you or being together over themselves. It's like, choose yourself, and then that I'll be a part of the process of you doing that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like It's way more sustainable. I guess that's the only word I can think of. But yeah. I'm always gonna be fucking Robin in your life. I'm not Batman in your fucking life. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that. Why would you make me that? Then the pressure to be perfect is insane. But yeah, I don't. They put the bad signal out there. Right. Yeah, I feel like that happens more often than not. When people choose you over themselves. I mean, I'm guilty of it, I guess, but being on the other side of that is scary. You see somebody putting you before themselves, you'd be like, stop. And then they don't realize it. Yeah, and then you look like you don't care as much because you're not choosing them over you. Yeah. It's a crazy mind game. Yeah, and that's the thing I was saying as far as about being sad about it. I don't be really sad necessarily because I'm sad that they're leaving. I'd be sad that they're sad. And I guess there's no separation. In some respects, like
That's all you.
I'm sad because of something that relates to them for whatever reason. But I'd be like, more so, my narcissism kicks in, my strategic gaslighting kicks in. When you know what I'm saying, like when I be like, oh yeah, you got feelings about that, you should feel the way I feel about that. You know what I mean? That shouldn't bother you none. That right there, what just happened to you, shouldn't fucking bother you at all. Yeah, you had different life experiences. You're not me.
That's so not fair at all.
That's how I be though, and that's how they be though, in their own way.
Yeah,
and we're
like
both attached to that.
About the things I care about, in the way that I care about them.
So you're not emotionally invested about that?
Yeah, and then you're emotionally unavailable if you don't. That's really crazy when you think about it. We're just expecting ourselves out of people, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like chasing your own tail.
It's like, but it's not even myself. It's the motherfucker that don't exist that I compare myself to, who he is. This little Ken doll in my mind.
Yeah.
And then I got this Barbie that's supposed to be with him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All an idea. Not reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. The perfect me. The perfect them.
From this perspective that's fucked up, it's not even like the actual perfect. It's like, it's not the actual whole me. It's like I'm looking from a jaded perspective, and I'm like, but what would the jaded me want though? Fuck what the whole me wants. The jaded me.
What would they say?
Yeah. What would give that one value? What would compensate?
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
What is that perfect? What is that?
Them or me?
For you.
Oh man. I don't know. It's like I was saying to you, yo, like, let me have just this much more money. Just this much more consistent money that I know is coming in, and I ain't gotta think about money. Y'all would never see me again. You know what I mean? Straight up, I'll be somewhere growing pumpkins and shit. I'll be so, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, all types of squash. You know what I mean? All that. I'll be growing anything. You know what I mean? Disappearing on y'all.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? I think, in some respects, that's probably what life be doing, like, just to keep me humble and keep me, because life knows, like, yo, you really trying to be, like, on an island in life, like, all the way. And I'm like, yep, damn right. I felt this way.
You do need to be around people, though.
Yeah, there's no way you can get this off.
Right.
You ain't about to live in the human circuit and not cycle the energy through other humans. And I'm like, let's see about that.
Challenge accepted.
You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying about not accepting guidance. Like,
oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, and I just,
that's tough.
Yeah, I don't listen. I never traditionally. It's taken me a long time to even listen to what men had to say.
Amen.
You know what I mean? I don't listen to nothing a man say, because I just be like, look, what you got over there, that's another more than what I am. You're just another dude. You know what I mean?
I think you're just like, no, even if it was a mentor type dude. I mean, no, you listen to like.
Yeah, I let him like. It's yeah, because they was like great. You know what I mean? It was such a great, and I was young. It's just like what Pac was saying in his last interview. He was like, "I'll study any great man till he's no longer great to me."
I mean, like Sebi's and Dr. Africa.
Yeah, and then you study him, and then you realize you wasn't perfect like I needed you. I thought you was. Just like the same thing. Yeah. And I'd be like, yo, how you not perfect like how I think I need you to be? You
right.
Not how God needs you to be in your expression of existence.
Yeah.
None of that. All of that divine alignment shit. You supposed to be my perfect. You know what I mean?
Because what we said earlier, like,
fuck what God had to map out. That's how it be, though. That's how it be.
It is crazy.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, and on a human level, it turns into like, I don't listen to nothing fathers or men say. For years, it took me a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still learning that one. Like, trusting a man's advice and thinking it's really genuine and best interest at heart. It's tough. We were saying that the guidance is. What did you say earlier about like it's still kind of like leading yourself or like letting God?
Oh yeah, protecting yourself. It's like because like if you're gonna be the thing
you're still being guided by God, I guess.
Yeah, because like God is protecting you through His guidance.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you were to, like on a human level, if you are accepting guidance, like it's like if someone arises in there, the embodiment of the Tao, you need to allow yourself to accept guidance so that you can protect yourself. You know what I mean? And like they would be a part of that. They're a part of the overall protection. You know what I mean? It's just like the human vessel that is like part of the overall. Yeah. That's like a, you know what I mean? Just a physical element that just a key. That's like boom. Okay, you already got this whole thing set up of your life. That's a path or whatever. And then these human fucking nodes be like, all right, I'm part of your joint. You gotta accept this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'd be like, nah.
No. Why?
No.
Why? Yeah. Because then, like you said, you try to lead you instead of letting God lead you.
Yeah, my idea is better than what God, the fabric and the pattern that God left, man. In my mind, and like in an unconscious way, it'd be like that. Because the fear is just unconsciousness. I'd be like, my mind is on some shit where I feel like I think I'm just like I'm somehow my jaded perspective is better than the objective. Like this is the way the tool needs to be used. Yeah. And I'm like, but I could repaint the tool and make it do this though, and put it up on the joint on the mantelpiece, and it's like, it's not for that.
Right. That's not what I told you where to put it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, well, I don't take guidance, so.
And on a human level, it equates to like, now listen, there's no the man in the house. The saying is, as far as a father to a son, is that your father will be the only man that wants you to do better than him. You know, I mean, maybe you have other people, but they usually be like past their prime, and then they reach that point where like, all right, you be better than me. You know what I mean? Right. But for the most part, your father's the one that's supposed to be the only one that genuinely be like, I want you to do better than me. I want to see the best for you, or whatever. And then, but if their self-esteem is low, and you just come out already perceivably better, then I feel like then they don't really prepare you for the world. Because then they just be like satisfied, easy as fuck. Like, oh, you ain't got to do shit. You already better than me. Yeah. You better. I'll let you fucking do whatever because you better. Yeah. And that's how I felt my situation was. Like
dad didn't really,
he didn't prepare me for the world and like the brick walls that was waiting. He was just like, well, shit, you better than me. So, hey, figure it out. I don't even know what advice to give you. Yeah. Instead of him being like, look, you better than me, but that don't mean nothing really. So you
still get ready for these things.
Yeah. Life about to try to really do shit to you. And so I think it created like a distrust where I was just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just on my end it was just a protection thing. Like, I mean, feeling like I gotta protect myself. Because he would just tell me to do that all the time. Still does. I mean, it's not the worst advice to give somebody, protect yourself. But then I don't really let someone protect me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have an example of it. Because I'm used to doing it myself.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like, where I'm kind of like mom in some respects. Like, because when mom always used to, like, I feel like her approach to the Bible, again, I hate to say, like, she never was raised around a woman that was able to meet a dude that was so himself that she could submit, like, genuinely, and not feel like afraid to submit and like to have to break the matriarchy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my mom wasn't raised by somebody like that. So then she was always combative, and so
yeah, and that's why I'm like, damn, I'm just like mom.
Yeah.
Submitting, I mean, I don't know. I think I've had moments of it, degrees of it, but I don't got no example to like, practice that from.
Yeah, it's just like, it's hard. Like the whole thing.
I gotta come up with it all myself.
The whole thing is flipped if there's no man in the house and then a woman is like that. Yeah. In that state, because she's not being autocorrected. They would autocorrect each other. It would be like auto boom, 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 boom. Constant autocorrect just through presence. Yeah. But since it's not like that, then she like is already just like in thought and feelings. Like she's not present. Yeah. So then
masculine and like
So then like I feel like it inverts it, like the positioning of the family. Everything's not in like place. Like prince shouldn't sit where the princess sits. Yeah. You know what I mean? The king shouldn't sit where the queen sits. Yeah. They shouldn't be in them positions. But when it all gets shuffled, I feel like it creates disorder, and then like you feel like you can do anything. Like, cause you know what I mean, mom be like, well, I raised these kids, I did all this shit, I fucking kept this house together, I did mad shit. You know what I mean?
Built stuff.
Yeah, I built this shit. This house would fell down around us.
Disciplined everybody.
Yeah, she disciplined everybody. She fucking gave all the wisdom that was available from the house and put it that. So she was just like, I can do this shit. And life is like, no, you're not doing it. You're not doing it because you can't be two people. Right. So you're doing the best you can, and that's cool.
But you can't do it by yourself.
This is not the way you raise people or whatever, or you know what I mean, foster them or whatever. So like, it was like, I feel like it kind of makes it inverted to where she was like, and then the same thing for her mom, and they were taught that in that way, like where they could just do whatever and have any kind of relationship kind of with a man. Like, it's not like a union really. Yeah. So like, I feel like, and I feel like that's why, and that's her approach to the Bible. Like when I talked to mom about the Bible, she was like, I read the Bible and I didn't feel nothing. I was like, I think you read it in such a different way than somebody, you know what I mean? I don't think it was objective. I think the whole shit was like based on like, her reality. Which was like heavily traumatized and matriarchal with no real, all the real men, I think, I feel like got pushed away, like, or was just toxic as fuck. You know what I mean? The blend. Her dad not around, brothers and sisters' dad's not around, motherfucking older brother gets murdered. It's like anybody that was even Ty, her brother was probably gonna be like the one that could be like that example in her life, but then he gets murdered, and then so it's like she ain't even got a dad, and then like, you know, her step pops is, I feel like they cheated on each other so much, you know what I mean? Nana and fucking our mom's step pops. So then like it was just toxic. I think it was just. So that was her example. So I'd be like not even mad. I'm like, okay, I get it. I see. Yeah. What you gonna do? You're in the fucking jungle.
Truly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like I don't even know a submissive woman in our family.
They're all haughty. They're all haughty, and it depletes them. I feel like it kills them. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, it's crazy to hear yourself repeating it though. In myself, I'm like, oh no, because I can't be both. I can't think that I can be both things. Yeah. It's not. Where's that getting anybody? I don't think, like, it's not good, man. I don't want to tear nobody in my family down, but I feel like the haughtiness has created, like, that's why drug abuse, I feel like, was a problem. You know what I mean? Like, in the family. Like, it took motherfuckers dying and shit for people to be like, all right, I need to stop now. Right. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? This didn't beat as far.
There's so much defiancy.
Yeah.
For, like, not no reason, I guess, but.
But when Nana did slow down and Pop was there, they was like, you know, church going, and I don't know if it was all fear or how much, because she was constantly reading the Bible. And I think it really, some of the remnant was there in her enough to be like, all right, a lot of this shit is true. Yeah. You know what I mean? It might have got some filters on it, but I can discern my emotions from the, you know what I mean? From what's needed. Yeah. And I feel like mom read that shit like an analytical ass fucking Aquarius. And she was like, this book don't even make sense. I mean, chronologically, how does this shit make sense really? Like,
not objectively.
She looked at this shit through a crazy intellectual lens. Yeah. And I'm like, there is an intellectual lens, but then there's metaphorical, all these lenses that look through the Bible, and I feel like, so she, you know what I mean? Because I think it's just from her having to be like a dude. So she having to be rational, you know what I mean? Like, into the max.
And lead everything.
Yeah. And run the family, raise her brothers and sisters.
Yeah, since she was like 15.
Yeah. So, so I'm like, man. Yeah. She had a bad relationship with the Bible. And I just be like, and then we didn't get none of that. I feel like it didn't reach. Like, Nana got it to her to where she read it. She knew it. She knows the stories. When I bring shit up, she's like,
yeah, she be knowing it.
I know. Yeah, I know that book. I know this part of it. I'm like, you read this shit like a motherfucker that reads this shit.
Yeah.
And, like, it didn't even make it, though. There was no, like, yo, read this joint in the house.
She says that she wish she did that more.
Yeah, like, and I feel like just having, because then you have some type of structure. You know what I mean? Like, you go into life and you be like, somebody could tell you not to do something, but it don't really register until you got the experience. Yeah. Don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you can intellectually know it, but
the Bible kind of lets you know, like, these are the outcomes. Motherfuckers get jealous and do this, and this is what happens when they cheat and break rank, and People do foul shit and they disobey their, better judgment. This is what happens. There's no escaping what happens. Like, if somebody's fucking prideful, they're gonna end up shameful. If they fucking commit murder or idolatry or adultery or them shit, like, these are the things. King David did this. King David fucking got some dude murdered so he could bang his wife, and then the pregnancy from that wife died. Like, it's like part of the shit. Like, this is what happens. You keep playing with this type of shit, you're gonna end up your son's gonna die. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, you can play with it if you want to. These causes have these effects, and I feel like when there's no, like, you don't necessarily have to have a Bible, but if you don't understand cause and effect, really, you live in an arbitrary ass, like,
power choice, I guess, or power, right.
So I feel like she was just living in such a like godless life in that way, where she just was like, shit just happens and you just roll with it and you just drink through it, and it's like, yo, this is nihilistic as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and you gotta be in a lot of pain to be even in that space. So I'd be like, damn.
So much trauma.
Yeah, it's bad, but
yeah.
So I don't be listening to men. That took me, like, I couldn't listen to. There was no man there that I trusted, but he didn't lie though. Like,
he's not a liar.
Yeah, my dad didn't lie. So when motherfuckers lie even a little bit, I'd be like, oh, you ain't perfect. You know what I mean?
At least we know a man that doesn't lie. But as far as like a man that takes initiative or
be a man
or any of that, that's like boring. Or even just initiative, like telling you what to do, taking advice. It's tough. I don't know. It just it's always like, do you really? How you know?
But it's like if you're drowning.
The best interest in me.
Yeah, it's like if you're drowning and someone says, doggy paddle and do it like this, and you're like, don't give me no advice, yo.
Yeah, right.
They're
like literally trying to save you, and you're like, you don't know.
Yeah, and that's how I was my whole life with men. Women, because I was so conditioned by getting input from women that it set me up because it was so extreme. I'm not getting both, but we all kind of train like that in some ways because all the fucking teachers in elementary school be women. Yeah. So then we only get input and learning from women.
That's true.
And then
let a man go to tell you something, you'd be like, you don't know.
I listen to nothing you say.
What you know about anything? Yeah, it's tough. That's probably affected me the most in relationships beyond everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then my dad, he don't though. At some level, he don't listen to women because he just don't want. Or my mom, I feel like he's so like, I wish I didn't do what I did. Fuck, I can't even be present. I'm not listening. What was y'all saying? I was busy worrying about something else. I'm not even listening. I'm not there.
Yeah.
So I don't even be listening. I'd be like, damn, I feel bad. It could be a whole conversation right here. And I'd just be like, I ain't even know that. I was worrying. I was being vain and afraid. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what you was thinking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. That's foreign. That's a learning curve. Trusting a man telling you what to do. Having the best interest at heart for you. I didn't think it was a thing for dudes until you were talking about it today, though.
I think birth trauma fucks with it too. Because you'd be like, yo, y'all was supposed to take care of that. And y'all fucking, this was the main thing to worry about. The start will set up the whole thing. It's like, you shoot a gun. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, this is going to determine the trajectory.
Yeah, right?
And it's like, they was like, you know what I mean? And I think that kind of indifference made me like nihilistic. Where I was like, whatever, I don't listen to what y'all say then.
How do you think you undo that or work on it? Or is that just what it is? Is there a way to, I don't know.
I don't even know what arenas or opportunities I could even like
where do you work on that?
I don't know where you go. There's not no yoga studios for that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
There's no program.
Like, you gotta have something like to exhibit some virtue to where you like actually be genuinely virtuous and not thinking like in projection. You just living.
But you can only practice that with another person.
Yeah, it starts with you though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it be like cleaning some shit or building some shit or fixing some shit instead of like getting someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Like whatever enhances your will or your exhibition of will, you'd be like, oh shit, I can do that.
Yeah. You trust yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, and you can kind of start to trust other people, because I think once you be like that, the more than you start to see other people you can see the actual qualities in people.
Right.
You're like, then you can handle this.
Yeah.
I trust you. I see how you handling that right now.
Yeah.
Because I know how I handle shit. You looking just like how I look.
And that's what we like.
Yeah. So I can trust you. Because it ain't like, it's like my arm at that point. It ain't like somebody else almost.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think the more you stay helpless, the more you be like, look at him. Looking at me. The SpongeBob joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is the only way to kind of work on that or whatever. Decrease that. Being able to be told what to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough.
I don't know what to do.
Again, because I feel like by myself I got it. Put me in the game with real people instead of cones, so it's a different story.
Conceptually, I got the playbook right here.
Right. But then somebody actually being like, you know what you should do? I'm like, you don't know what I should. Shut up.
You should have patience for like 7 years, yo. I'm like, damn, 7 years?
Right.
Yeah, just focus for like 7 straight, consistent. Don't even be breaking the you know what I mean, the progress. All 7?
Right.
I can't do 4 and then 3.
No. -7. Damn it.
Nah, I ain't mean that. That's how you be. Like, God give you clear ass signs that you should do something. Nah, I ain't mean
that. Right. That's with me so many times in my life. The signs be right there. I'm like, no, it was a play sign. I was just playing.
I was in an Airbnb with this chick, and I didn't feel like going out again. And she was like, we should go out. Because in the beginning of the day, I was talking about maybe going out in the night.
Mm-hmm.
And we was out all day in the evening or whatever, and we got back at like 9 or something. We was going to maybe go out at like 11:30 or something. Like to go to the bars or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then like, just to see, what, you know what I mean, people watching shit. And then I didn't really want to go out. I was like, you know what, I'm kind of tired now that I'm in. And I don't really feel like getting up and being tired and everything. And I was like, fuck it, let's just... In my mind and my actions, I was like, no, let's just stay. And then, but since I said it, she was like, no, let's go out or whatever. And I was like, no, that's cool. And then we got in that fucking tug of war where they feel like, oh, I'm already dressed now, let's go. And but they kind of don't even really want to go.
Right.
And neither one of you really want to go.
No one wants to submit.
Yeah. And you'd be like,
it's a power play.
You'd be like, all right, I'm going to go just so we don't have to argue. That's what I was saying. I was like, look, I don't really care about going, but I don't feel like fighting. So if you want to go, I'll go. You know what I mean?
You said that?
Yeah, that's what I said. And then, we didn't want to go. Neither one of us really wanted to go.
But it had to be like...
Yeah. So we
did what one person wanted to do.
So we step out of the fucking joint, and I closed the door behind us. I don't know why. The presence wasn't there. There was no presence in the whole movement of getting out because nobody wanted to leave. Yeah. So she walks out and like goes to hit like the hallway light or whatever in the building. So and I was like, all right, so we leaving. So I could just go out because she walked out of the door.
Right.
So I was like, all right, smooth. I'm gonna just close the door. And then she was like, oh, I locked the keys in there. I was like, what the fuck, yo? You know what I mean? Like, why would you go out of the door? Yeah, we should have left. So then we had to call a locksmith.
Oh,
it was like $200 to get in.
Oh,
and this motherfucker showed up with just like an X-ray sheet. You know what I mean? You know like them X-ray plastic joints?
Yeah.
He ain't come up with no tools and do no shit. He just was like, rubbed the X-ray, put that bitch in the crack and was just like, and just pushed on the door and was like, it's $200.
What?
And I was like, oh, God, you paying for this,
though.
Oh, my God. Because you locked the keys. I didn't do it.
How'd you walk out?
Yeah. And then it was like...
What'd she say?
And then she was like sad for days or whatever after that. And I was like, yo. Because I was going to pay. You know what I mean? But then she was like, I didn't want to, though. Just like leaving the house.
Right.
I was like,
none of this I wanted to do.
I don't want to pay, but I got it out here.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, fuck it. I fucked up. I'll pay. And then she paid, and then she was mad as fuck about paying. And then she was like, you shouldn't have closed the door. I was like, yo, now you mad because you paid.
It's so funny
yeah.
how I go.
Yeah, and I'm like, this shit, yo, it's crazy.
You just said you fucked up.
Yeah, and you paid.
And you paid.
And it's like, did you pay so that you could bitch?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, so, didn't even get to a solution, really.
Yeah.
Didn't really want a solution.
Yeah, so it was like some days there where they was just like, you know, you could see they was just sad. Like, I can't believe. it's not even so much the money. It's like I did some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe I did some dumb shit. And
Yeah.
if somebody did that, I'd be like, you dumb. Walk out the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're just embarrassed more than
yeah.
anything.
To who though?
And you didn't even really want to go.
Who you embarrassed to? You know what I mean?
To yourself,
yeah. But you was. It makes it worse. The other person was there to watch it. I guess.
Yeah.
If there was
Watch
no
it get
verification
down.
of this, I'll probably just take it. in
Yeah,
stride.
exactly. But somebody else witnessed it, so it's different. But yeah, I feel like it's just funny because nobody else, you both didn't want to go.
Yeah, and that's how it be. The whole relationship be like that.
Whole relationship.
The whole relationship, man. I don't really want to commit to this.
And you don't either. But nobody wants to be the bad guy or submit or whatever.
Yeah, and I just be silent. You know what I mean? I be aggressively silent.
Loudly silent.
Yeah, like my dad has a silence issue. He'd be passively silent. I'd be aggressively silent, and they just be like, "You just gonna let me walk out of your life at any moment?" And I'm like, "Hey, so be it." Got abandonment issues, and if I'll abandon myself through you rapidly, you can get out of here. I guess that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? And they be, I feel like, yeah. Then it's like it can go either way, where they be like distraught, or they be like, "Damn, all right, well." Please, don't let me leave. Don't let me leave. So then, yeah, it's funny. They could be mad that you are okay with it, or they'd be like hysterical and don't want you to leave after you call their bluff. Like, yeah, you can go. It's fine. You can go.
You can't really win either way.
But they be wanting to.
People want to chase.
And they be wanting, we was talking about, like, if you be with a chick and then she feel like she got to protect herself. Mm-hmm. Like when I was with Amy, I felt like she had to protect herself and be like, I got to make her think about something so I could be like, I never talk to you again.
Oh.
Because we was cool, and out of nowhere she was like, we're not cool.
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she felt like that was a way she could protect herself, like draw a line to where she don't trust herself around me or something. So if I get around you, then I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I really want to be cool, but
that is a weird one when you don't trust yourself around somebody. So yeah, you just have to like cancel them in your brain to make up a story.
Yeah.
To make it
You get Taylor Durden in your brain.
Right.
Fight Club you out of the memory hole.
I think it just popped up and said Pharaoh was inviting you to something.
It didn't start yet. It starts in a minute. So, you know what I mean? That's crazy. He's trying to be. He did invite me, but it's not supposed to start till 2. The timing is right on time right now.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah. No, I was just saying like sex is misplaced.
Oh yeah.
So babies is misplaced. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? People be having sex at times. You motherfucker not ovulating. You're not about to have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being like, yo, we'd have some great kids, man.
Yeah, they don't go into it.
Let's do it. This would be a great event for that.
Right. This is the last time anybody did it like that.
Let's get some pleasure and forget ourselves. I don't want to deal with this anxiety, do you?
Right. Let's just decrease it so we're tired so we can barely feel the anxiety.
That part. Yeah.
Did we hit it all?
I think we hit a lot of it. I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to. Yeah, I mean, I'll jump over that live in a second.
Okay, jumping from live to live over here.
No, I mean, like, no, I wanted to say, like, I don't know if you wanted to say anything, man. I don't know. I know it's just sensitive when you be having relationships. Yeah. And you be talking on here. I be having to talk like reenactment names. The names are disclosed for the people's protection. You know what I mean? I can't. It was this one chick from fucking Somalia. It gotta be some shit. Like, the names and locations are concealed to keep the real identities. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's whack because you can't really talk about real shit.
I know.
And be accountable.
In a couple months, I can come over here and probably really do it.
Air some grievances.
You know, it's still fresh. But, no, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of what we're saying it's just relationships. I don't know. You like me, you can't live with them, can't live without them kind of thing. Or you can't live without them, really. You need them. But sometimes with them, I just be like, we were talking about how you'd be relieved to get back to your routines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm about to sleep in this bed alone. I'm about to
eat these oranges after my breath work.
Yeah, like not ask anybody if they're hungry.
I'm going to do breath work as long as I want.
Or as little. Or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to
sleep.
I'll lay on the living room floor.
Sleep. Yeah, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, listen to whatever music, not listen to music. But yeah, I think I've I don't know. I got so good at that I'm like I was trying to do the opposite. I was like, let me stop avoiding. But yeah, I was asking the question earlier, like, is it avoidance when you feel relieved when something's over, or is it just like that wasn't supposed to be happening? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't meant to be, so I'm relieved, or is it that me just being like avoid it? I don't know. I guess it depends.
It always feels like I'm holding my breath. I be in a relationship and I feel like I just get more, and the breath starts to get more ignored, and then I feel like I'm like, just want to get space so I can breathe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I never feel like I can fully.
Yeah.
Do like sit in a breathwork session because I always feel like somebody's waiting for me.
Yeah, you be like, they be on their phone. You ain't shit over there, bro. You don't get this drive.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about fasting and shit.
Yeah.
Because then you'd be like, I gotta service this area of me, this metaphysical side of me.
Right. Yeah.
And then the drive ain't there.
Yeah, I think that's something that's like unlocked value for me. I'm like, man, you gotta have. Yeah, I don't know. The drive just got to be rooted in spiritual, metaphysical, whatever you want to say, but not just the surface, not the material. It can't be your only drive, you know? Your cars and money and stuff, and the way you look. It's just, yeah, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know? I you know.
I don't want to create a baby with that.
Yeah. And I be, you know, having a love affair with a chick that be mad intelligent, and I could almost treat like Google about like, so what do you know? When you know biochemistry, so when you do LSD, do the dendrites expand? There's some shit like that.
Right.
And when we're talking about the metalin nonmetals, ionic bonds, then we're talking about covalent bonds. Does this also mean like and
right.
When something is a base and something is a salt, you know what I mean? She had the answers like the same way I be knowing, like, okay, cover 2, the hole is open, the motherfucking, you know what I mean? I know, you know, she be having the answers.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, damn. And I'm going to just leave this chick for a bitch that don't really know these things.
Yeah, it's kind of,
you know what I mean?
One of one there.
This chick know trigonometry and like it the way you know the ingredients to some shit that you like. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, yeah. I left her for this chick that's pretty though. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's been my life though. I'm like, oh, she entertained. She's more entertaining. Not even for me, but for other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been with,
idea in your head.
I've been with, yeah. I've been with chicks like, yeah. I'll be basically around other guys like, yeah, she looks like she'd be pretty entertaining, right?
She don't know nothing about chemistry.
I'm already bored. Y'all think she's entertaining,
don't
you?
I think if you're learning something or you're able to be taught. Well, see, yeah, I guess that in your example, you are able to be taught. I just got to be able to be taught from a man. That's just tough. But either way, I think you should be learning something. Be able to learn something from the person you're with.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, you also got to be teachable, I guess. That's what they say.
Gotta stay teachable. Stay coachable.
It's tough.
And I don't listen to nothing men say. So it would be like, you know what I mean? So I'm not listening to the Heavenly Father. I ain't listening to motherfucking regularly Father. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it was not. It was bad. And I have to I had to reverse engineer and reconstruct this how a man responds to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people doing that in their own respect, so I be having to just, what can you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Currently learning that one. He's inviting you to this live for the 3rd time.
Yeah, I might just jump in this live. It's gonna be on Pharaoh's house, man.
Is there any questions in there?
How do you both go about managing the breath during strenuous activities daily? Yeah, I think you just gotta prime your body before you do this shit.
Yeah, it's just do the best you can, really. You know. I guess it depends what that activity is, but
I think that's the only question too.
I think I saw another one in there about being with somebody not vegan or something. It was up more. No. Who's in here? I saw it. Don't make me a liar.
I don't see it.
It's like. Don't make me lie. I saw it. Oh wait, yeah.
To be in a relationship with somebody who you're super connected with but wants to go back to eating animals. I couldn't do it. I don't know. You better than me. You better than me, my G.
Yeah, I mean, I just gave that a go.
Yeah, you be doing it like it's charity. I'm gonna give y'all meat eaters some love a little bit. On behalf of all meat eaters, I'm gonna be with somebody like y'all.
That's the first time I ever did that. I think I've not on purpose, but I think I've the last 3 or 4 relationships before my last one, they all went vegan. Not because I like told them they had to though. It just happened. I always make the joke with myself. Like I think that's my purpose on earth, just to convert men to be vegans. But yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Like we was just talking about, like the effect it has on the emotions and everything.
90s sci-fi comedy. Yeah.
That's funny.
Like
yeah,
Tom Brady and Tony Dungy. Looking at you like you just ate some food that we poisoned.
Right.
You about to eat that?
I think we were saying at least vegetarian. I think it would be doable. Because meat is a whole other ball game. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it is, man. I can't do it. I mean, I tried it. I tried to be with chicks. I've been with the worst chicks. I've been with the most unconscious fucking worst chicks. That was the embodiment of everything I ignored about myself in reverse somehow. And like, you know what I mean? And they be alcoholics. They eat all types of shit, and then I'll help them like get to certain states. But you know, that shit, you can't. You're not gonna stop somebody that's in a cycle for them.
Yeah. I guess that's a wrap. Right?
I just messaged Pharaoh. Okay. I mean, you could chime in on this one if you want to stay awake. But I'll probably be going live with Pharaoh for like several hours here. You know how we do. But all right then.
But yeah.
Casey Michelle.
_ Casey Michelle _ Check me out.
Check me out. Yeah, hopefully you come to California maybe this summer or maybe in the fall. And then we could do some shit and
go to Mount Shasta.
Yeah, and do some shit like something that's more like no holds barred or something.
Yeah.
Maybe things won't be so sensitive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, still eating dead bodies is crazy work. The #1 spot, son. The number pack you up. The #1. You still eating at that carcasses 2025, son. Pack you up. #1 spot, son.
Pack you up. You are what you eat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, motherfuckers. Shalom, motherfuckers.